So right now, the place that I usually record my videos, there are people who are nearby that tree, and I'm not comfortable speaking. Usually, it has sometimes finds that I'm speaking so loud. That means I'll not go near them. Now there are these bees. I hope you can hear them. Those are bees that have just passed nearby. You know I can't bend because if I'm not provoked any bee, why will it have a reason to attack you or sting you? No, it's how the nature works. You give a force and you get the reactive force. Yeah, and you always have to stick to nature. If you believe in nature, you have to stick with the rules. Yeah. So I've just come from actually making a video. You see, there are things that we just take for granted. Not take for granted, but I think, let me put it this way. They will, and I learned this from the book Gifted Hands by Ben Carson. Any knowledge that you will acquire will never go to waste. Any knowledge, and I mean any knowledge. Yeah. So this morning I've just decided to I usually do videos for microareas, speaking face to face and then delivering the content that I'm supposed to deliver. Today I decided, let me do a video that is AI generated. You know, what I mean by that is that you create a script, use an AI voice to create an AI voice, yeah, and then use another AI to create the video. Now, it's interesting that in those 2 months that I was here, when the school closed, is when I learned how to use AI. Oh, actually, it was before. I think before even the school closed. That was about, I think, when I was talking about the AI voices. When I was looking for one that was for Storyfy Legacy, or yeah, Storyfy Legacy. Okay, by then it was Storyfy Works. Transitioned to Storyfy Legacy. That's a company that I was starting with. A company to change to influence men to be better versions of themselves. So certainly I learned that art of making or creating scripts and then using the scripts to create AI voices. And those AI voices, now I start to attach the graphics. I mean the video, the visual part of it. So that was it. I learned that knowledge, but I had to get it off. You know, there's now I used it in a couple of videos, that is Storyfy Legacy and other videos that I did for what was it? Yes, it was for Maxipy, when I was actually doing the GitHub tutorials. I picked that skill, yeah. Although I did perfect it in a way that it was consuming me, and I had other focuses, like perfecting everything. Now, in the amidst the learning of the AI voices and even graphics, I learned of something that is called Augi. It's an AI called that. Augi. AUGIE. Augi. This when you give you feed it with the script, and then it will animate the video, right? So after animating the video, you no longer the efforts that are required, or what that does, it saves you time for doing the graphics. Now today I decided, let me do a video for microHarris on how to make a Kefir perfect. So certainly I used the same skills that I used. Now consider I did not have any knowledge about AI voices and AI graphics, animator. Where could I be right now? See, every knowledge that you acquire, please acquire it and use it. Know how to use it. Look at now, I now have the best means to do some things. It has saved me time for, I could have done that video for even. Now let me go back to those 2 months that I was at school, when people had gone home. Remember me struggling making a 1-minute video. It was about this introduction, or this video that is stuck when you come to a YouTube channel. It's like an introduction. It summarizes what the channel does, what the purpose. Imagine I could not have struggled to get or to create that video. Will this for this perfect, could it have been possible to do the perfect one so easily? I did it in less than 1 hour, I think, because the script I had to go to ChatGPT, make it, go to Audiolab. Is it Audiolab? Resemble AI, yeah. Resemble app.resemble AI, then create the voice, use the voice, take it to Auji, translates it, and adds the visuals. After that, I do some twisting and graphics here and there, and then the video is complete. Within just 1 hour, I had created the content video. Some struggles are worth going through. Some struggles are worth the time. Even if you are struggling and that skill, or you will pick something from that, just don't mind the time, don't mind the work that you will do, or even the effort. It is worth it, as long as it will add to your skill set. Just waste your time learning it. It's one thing that I've come to appreciate of late. Anyway, if you have to learn something, just learn it, and just make sure that you are aware of it, you know how to use it, and you know how technically to use it, so that right now I've just saved a lot of time. Anyway, I don't know what to talk about by the way today. What should I talk about? I didn't come here with a preconcepts or pre-thoughts or pre-thought idea of what I'm supposed to talk about. Now I'm looking back. There are these guys, and I think I know one of them. Anyway, okay, what am I supposed to talk about? I'm trying to pick a subject to talk about. I've talked about the skill. A skill is very important. When you have it, no knowledge will go useless. Yeah, by Ben Carson. So, okay, let me talk about this book that I'm reading through. So, this kijana, there's this person called Nike. He's actually the founder of Nike. It's called Nike. Certainly, this guy, It's like, okay, he's in his late 20s, I think. He's just completed university with a degree in, is it a degree in accounting or marketing? Something like that. So it's like, boy, I think it's time. I think it's time now to take a, to just walk and experience the world. Go and know how to the world works. Go and experience the world in a, how do I say this? He wanted to explore the world. He's this kind of an explorer, and I can tell you for a fact that he is okay from far. If I look it up in the internet to see the founder, the one who founded Nike, I might find that he's a life path 5, because the way his personality is being brought out. He's this kind of a guy, very explorative. He's this guy who keeps on exploring. This is housefly. I think I'll kill it. It keeps on interfering in my. I don't like being interfered, and it keeps on. It's so persistent. So here's the thing. So I'll tell the story from. Is it from the start? By then nowadays I'm realizing I'm talking too much. even my Facebook account, I'm writing too much. Like, and it's something that I cannot control. Something that just comes out of me naturally. And I'm loving it because I know it's something that it's trying to show me something. Okay, I don't know what I'm supposed to do today. Okay, before I finish that story, let me talk about this thing. Now, there's one thing that I've come to note. If I channel my energy in the right places, realize over time they'll give me the results. There's this certain video that I did in Maxipy. It was on TikTok, on how to silence the meters. Before actually I continue that Nike founder, let me continue this story. This video that I did was about how to silence the meters, the beeping sounds in the prepaid meters. I decided, okay, you know what, let me do a video and then put it on TikTok. Actually, I put it on both platforms, that is on YouTube and TikTok. And actually, wait, I started with this long video about short secret codes for, is it short secret codes for that are for prepaid meters. I said, let me document this. I think people need this because it will save their time. Remember, Maxipy mission is to save people's time. I decided to do this video. I don't know what came into my mind, and then I decided to record the whole of it. So from code 800, this for hexing, 800 to, was it to 860, 861, I think, something like that. So I decided to document it in a video. It was about 6 minutes or 7 minutes. I leave it there, and then I post it on YouTube. Now, there's one other thing. Yeah, I decided, okay, you know what, I've done the video again, but it's not broken down. These secret codes are too much to see in a video, to recommend people from TikTok to see that. I decided, let me do for the individual so that I have more. I was buying time for, as I figure out how to best deliver or find relevant contents for Maxipy. So I decided to break it down from code 800 to I don't know, it was 840 and then 851 to 860, or I'm not sure. I'll have to check. You'll have to check it out on Maxify. I think the good thing about Maxify is that I've grouped all the contents in their relevance and even to their um, to their this how I've grouped the videos to how they relate. Okay, I've sorted out the videos in their purposes. No, I'm trying to frame this in the best way possible. I've tried to frame. I've grouped by categories. Okay, simply put, I've grouped the contents in categories. So if you want to see it, say you go to, is it DIY and digital? Oh, digital DIY and how to. This is why you get the videos. The KPLs. Is it the KPLC? So certainly I did that video. I decided to let me break this down. The codes, and I talk about them individually. So that's what I did, and I posted the less than 1 minute videos and then post them on TikTok and YouTube. By the little did I know that those 2 months were preparing me for this time. I realized that no knowledge is useless. Anyway, let me go back to, is it, yes, I break down the videos, and one of the videos that I did was to silence, how to silence the beeping sounds in the prepaid meters. So certainly I pick this, I think I did it casually. I did it so casually that I didn't give so much attention to it. So by the third week after posting it on specifically TikTok, YouTube doesn't have that, the algorithm for TikTok and YouTube are very different. And if you can do a video very well, and it does very well on TikTok, whereas on YouTube, on the other hand, it would do so much well. The performance, if you compare between the two, it won't be so much. So I did this video for TikTok. I posted it on both platforms, and I've just remembered that I didn't finish uploading the videos. I think I was too lazy, and I realized that I don't know. I think I was lazy. Plus, again, I didn't follow up for the content. I had so much videos that could go for about a week or 2 weeks. I did this video on TikTok. Let me not detour. Take another route to let me not lose focus. I'm looking at this pickup double cabin. Yeah, double cabin. It has attracted my attention. It is moving so slow. Be just near this maize farm. So here's the thing. I did the video, and in 3 weeks it had garnered almost, I don't know, 600 views. That's not much, but if you go to YouTube, that's so much. So I decided to, you know what, I've just posted and I know it has some value in it. Let me do this. Let me leave it alone. Usually, this thing I've just come to learn of myself. I usually do things, and then months later, or even weeks later, or even years later is when they start to make sense. I did this video, 3 weeks, almost 600 views, and I was like, people don't want to people that just want to hear noises in their houses while their prepaid meters are doing the same. You know what? Leave it there. I actually forgot about it and even went into other things. So 3 months later, guess what? The video is at 17k views right now. Right now, if you search how to silence prepaid meters, my video is the first one that you show on Google, all right, from TikTok. Now it's being referred from the TikTok nini. Look at how time and look at time. Look, you know, uh, life is teaching me a lot. Life is teaching me to be patient because everything will align to itself finally. Because if you have done the right thing, everything will align with itself at some point. Everything will align. So that's what I picked, and from that point, I think nowadays I just do video for because it has value. Me, I don't care whether it will garner views. I know at some point it will all come back. I realized when we talk about my attributes, when I learned that I do things and then later, weeks later, months later, years later is when it start making sense. Remember, I think I have ever talked about this video that I did for MaxiPy. Before it was MaxiPy, by then it was MaxiFeature Pyrotech. I decided, let me do this video. I will do this video called, there's this error that I had encountered when I was learning how to program in Python. I decided, let me do this video. I encountered an error, and accidentally, I don't know how I did it, accidentally I was able to solve the issue within PyCharm. PyCharm software is a code editor from JetBrains. So in between my my curiosity, I was able to solve the error. I decided, you know what, there might be someone else somewhere who doesn't know how to solve this error within PyCharm. I decided to document it. By this time, I think I had dropped out of school. I think I was programming. I was learning how to program. So I decided to, you know what, let me document this and then post it. Do you know what I did? I did exactly that. Documented the error and how to solve it with PyCharm. Posted the video. I think it stayed for over 6 months without any, I had put some keywords, but not proper keyword. I decided, okay, I actually documented the whole video, did it how I knew best, and using the tools that I had by then. By then I was using Kdenlive. This was the best video editor that I could use. So this is in 2022, I think. I think I posted it on June or July. By the way, why do things happen in June, July? Anyway, I posted it. A year later, I think right now is when I'm thinking of coming back to school. It's the period that, okay, I really need to go back to school. I started receiving very good feedback from the video that I did last year. That is a year later. I started getting comments, bro. Comments. I think it is at this period when I'm entering school. These things start to happen. It starts to garner views, likes, and even comments. Now, let me go back to 2023, I think. 2023 June. Now, all this is happening in 2023 August. Was it on October? Yeah, August, October, there. Between the 2 months. So, I decided, okay, I start getting feedback. Now let me go back to June. Okay, I think it was in June. This is when I'm learning how to do SEO, search engine optimization. I'm learning about the digital space in using a course that I had enrolled in Google called Google Garage called digital marketing. I learned about SEO. This is when I'm training myself to write blogs, SEO optimized blogs, and I certainly picked that. And I learned that SEO is actually very important, even when posting on social medias. So that skill that I had picked, I had to use it to optimize the video that I had done. Okay, remember I had wrote the title and the description, but I saw they needed to change a bit of the two elements in a video in YouTube. What I do is that I think I perfect on the title and description of that video. I think a month later, or yeah, I think it was a month later. Yeah. Now it has now started gaining now proper views, and even more comments are coming, and even likes. So this video is attracting attention, or not my need to be overheated. So I certainly picked that, and I picked that, and I'm like, wait, that video I had not done it properly. Now let me do it properly. It's actually the thing that brought me back to reviving Maxipy back in June, I think. So I did another video and documented the same process, but now I had to increase. I think that at this point I had the confidence now to speak. To speak. Yeah? How to speak. Like before that, I did this video for how to solve error number 2. No search file or directory. It's actually the name of the error that I was trying to solve. No, I was actually documenting how to solve for the second time. So I did the video, included my voice, and then everything went according to plan. Did the title and SEO. Guess what? Barely 5 months later, it had over exceeded my expectations. It did excellent. It did so well compared to the first video. But at this time it was about 2k views, 2k views, the first video. After doing this, it had gained almost 3,000 or even 4,000 views. And I realized, wait, now let me do the longer version of this thing, because I was only focusing on on how to solve. I was not talking about where the error emanates from. So I did the whole video, and guess what? It was attracting views, proper views. I think but not compared to the first video. It was, I think, less. It was about 1,500. If I check it back, if I look it up right now, I don't know if it's about 1,500 or 1,600 views. Now that long one. For the short one that I did for the second time, it was about, right now it's about 4k views. It's one of the top videos that I've ever done that has garnered more views in Maxipy. Anyway, I think I'm gonna make a comeback for Maxipy, and it's gonna be huge by the way. This time, right now I think I'm focusing on other things. Right now I'm not on productivity as such. No, I'm trying to avoid doing two things at the same time. Micro Harris, I think, is enough, and again it has some interest. It has my own interest. Remember, this is biology. I love biology. It is accommodating IT somewhere, so I'm comfortable where I am right now, and not that I'm permanently comfortable with it. I'm gonna make a comeback, but it's gonna be something huge, something that is I'm planning so much. I'm planning big. I'm thinking big, and I'm actually thinking of monetizing this platform for some reasons. It's something that I'm trying to, it's a dream come true, and I'm thinking of that. Anyway, let me say this. It's okay to have good dreams, but it's again good to be patient with them. It's good to be patient with. This is bad. Anyway, so now what are we talking about? Yeah, I'm going to make a comeback for Nini after establishing Micro Harris. This is actually a good company that I'm going to put culture and even a good foundation. And then after building a name there, I think I go back to Maxify. I think for that point, I think I'm following my intuition. Yeah, right now I'm doing whatever is necessary, learning the best skills, the skill that I need to learn right now and then. Yeah, I'm doing what is necessary right now. So what lesson do I pick from those things that I have done? That if you do things in the right time and you do them properly, just give them time and then they'll come back. Any thought or any action that you put out there in the world, it will always find itself coming back to you. And if you did the good thing, it will always. Now, those videos that I did are the ones that are contributing so much to the number of views so that I can monetize. YouTube requires that you have 4K, 4,000 watch hours so that you can monetize and have almost 500 subscribers. Now, for the 500 subscribers, you can only enjoy some privileges, but you can monetize your content. That's where the problem is. Let me build on the shorts right now using Micro Harris, and then I'll use that, come back to Maxify, because I know the trick is there. Do the shorts right now, and if you have to do long videos, it has to be specific Nini that touch on the majority of the audience. So it's keep on grinding, keep on pushing, keep on learning. Learning is what is important. Learn as many skills as possible and trying to integrate them to achieve your goal. And you'll always build yourself. With time, you are going to build your confidence. That's what I've come to learn about life. And it's always a matter of, are you willing to do it? Rather than, I'm really not trying to force myself, but yeah, you just have to keep on learning. Yeah, every day, make sure you just learn something. You just learn something. Like this cybersecurity course that I'm doing. I know for a fact that it will play its role at some point. I know I'm just learning it unwillingly. Okay, not unwillingly. That came out unintentionally. I'm willing. Much as I'm learning it on the side, it will come into its play. By the way, I didn't mention this. I earned a certificate from that place. Introduction to Cybersecurity from Cisco. Now I have a what do you call it? I have a certificate. So right now I'm enrolled in junior ethical hacking. So this one I'm planning to acquire a 32 GB flash disk and then use it to make a virtual. Is it a virtual? No. An OS. Actually, I'll install OS operating system on that thing so that I test out my Nini, because hacking requires a Linux system, not a Windows. Windows is not that efficient when carrying out some test. Okay, some skills such as networking, cybersecurity, it requires a Linux. So that's my plan now. I acquire that 2 GB flash disk, and then I'll carry out as I'm learning this course. I test out my skills on that thing. Remember, before this year ends, I must make my own money. I must learn how to make my own money. Anyway, I think that's it. I think that's it. I think I've talked too much and I've talked something that is important. I think this is what in my mind. I'll talk about night. I think I had not structured the story so that I can talk about it today. So let it be for tomorrow and then that's it. So remember, if it can be shaken, you know, I'm the same one who is doing this story, but it is leaving me hanging. Okay, here's the thing. Let me make the final conclusion. The final conclusion. I'll do the night one. Okay, the founder of night. The founder of Nike, who is called Knight. Knight, like K-N Knight, like Knight. That's his name. I don't remember his first name, but I think I might go back and see and confirm his name. I'll talk about him and how he's continuing to inspire me, because I'm reading this book called Shoe Dog by, I don't know. I'm struggling to remember his name, but I remember his second name. I can't remember if it is his surname or something. But anyway, it's good. I'll talk about him tomorrow. And what plans do I have today? I think today I'm doing much more of blogging than videos. I have to balance between the two, text and the, because right now if I decide to do the video right now, it will consume the time that I'm supposed to use for writing. I don't want to stay idle today. I think I've missed a couple of articles that I'm supposed to write. And videos and text or even articles have to go hand in hand. They have to go hand in hand so that they complement each other. So that's when you do not want to see the video, you can go to our social media and read it. Anyway, making some progress. I'm loving myself. I'm loving how I'm moving in this space. Anyway, that's what I'm planning to do today. Yeah, chill out and write, involve myself in writing. Yeah, because right now my head is not exhausted. And one thing I did extraordinary today. I woke up at 5 to make myself productive. Remember, did I say this? I think I've never talked about this. Ever since I changed my name, from 12 to even 5, I'm usually very super productive and super creative. So I'm using that time so that, okay, I'm trying to be waking up at 5 so that I start talking to the universe. This is the best time that I'm supposed to be talking to the universe, because I was meant for greatness. I'm walking in God's grace towards achieving my purpose, and I trust that everything that I'm doing aligns to that. Let me leave it there, because there's so much that is happening in my life. Good things and many more are coming, and I'm loving this, by the way. Anyway, let me end it here. Until another time, remember, if it can be shaken, it can be moved. Adios.